Howdy, y'all. This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and today I'm actually going to be doing something a little different for you guys. So, if any of you guys are big fans of IMSA, well known for the 24 Hours of Daytona race that usually starts off in January, which I had the privilege of going for this year, and might be actually doing a vlog for you guys and in the process of editing that. So, depending on how this video goes well, we'll probably get that out for y'all, as there's going to be a lot more IMSA diecasts that are going to be coming out very soon. And yeah, I said that. There is IMSA diecast. Well, today, this is actually one that I had in the makes for quite a while, and if it's finally, these diecasts are finally released to the public right now, and today I'm going to show you guys the iconic duel of a double diecast review of the Corvettes, man, the classic Corvettes, but in a new little spin, guys. These are the brand new, well, not really new anymore, but brand new in diecast form, the Mini GT 2020 IMSA 24 Hours of Daytona Chevrolet Corvette C8Rs. And yeah, my lord, I know this is definitely going to be, when you go to an IMSA race, the first thing you notice are those Corvettes. And let me tell you what, man, I've been going to, I've been watching IMSA for quite a while right now. The 24 Hours was actually the first race I watched back like in 2013 or 2014 or so. But let me tell you what, man, these are some nice models made by, a company that not too many people are familiar with, but they're known as Mini GT. This is a Mijo exclusive, and there's only 3,600 that are produced, and it is an official IMSA licensed product, and this is actually a die-cast scale model. So if anybody out there who are familiar with the Spark models, usually those things are very fragile and brittle, and probably don't recommend taking them out, but these ones, they have a little more durability to them, and let me just say, man, these are really nice. But I'll show you guys the packaging real quick, because a lot of these this review is definitely gonna be newer to a lot of people out there, because I see a lot of people already want to go and get this car, but I'll provide the links down in the description. You guys want to get this car, but the back is nothing too crazy right there. But this is an IMSA model, and this is actually made by TSM model. So if you guys are familiar with their miniature, their 1/64 scale miniatures and 143s, then yeah, TSM, let me tell you what, man, they did a really great job with these cars. But I go ahead and glow about them. But let's go ahead and talk about, and let's unbox these this badass duel of the 2020 Chevrolet Corvette C8R cars. And alrighty, guys, we got these die-cast out of their boxes, and oh my goodness, guys, these things are freaking cool. I mean, I'm going to give you guys a nice little in-depth analysis on these things, but let me just say again, TSM models, this Mini GT line that they have been doing lately. Let me tell you what, man, they have done a really great job. I mean, this is actually a metal chassis, yeah, that is a metal chassis with rubber tires. As you see, there's no licensing on the actual tires. They couldn't get, I guess, the licensing on the tires, or probably didn't have the printing for it, but they do get the Michelin logo, which is cool. The mirrors are rubber, which I guess is cool. It's a lot more durable than having a little piece of plastic that will chip off. And I think this part is plastic too, so be careful with these wings. I think these wings are very brittle, and they could, be broken very easily with extra force applied to them. But other than that, guys, I think everything else is made out of metal, and TSM definitely did a good job with these Mini GT diecast. They've been making actually a lot of these like the last few years or so. I think they first started off with the Acuras, which I mean, I'm gonna go and showcase all the other Mini GT cars I got the I will be doing double diecast reviews of all these other cars, but they've had, they've mostly made the Acura NSX GT3 cars. And then there's the other Corvette set, if you guys want me to do a review on that. And then there's another Acura right there. If you guys get the reference on that, then you guys are the goats. But as now we are getting off mobile, let's get back to the diecast. But there was many more, guys. They started off making the Acura the Acura cars, and they made a lot of those, and there was a lot of good demand for them. And then once they got the licensing for the GM Corvettes, I think that's when these things really got popular. And hoping, if you guys watch this, you guys are pretty much encouraged to get these diecasts. But if you guys also notice as well, guys, these also come with a nice little collector box, which is pretty cool. So if any guys are familiar with, they kind of have the same similar setup to like what NASCAR Authentics had with Spin Master. But really cool. I think I just want to showcase this. So if you guys do want to take this out of the clamshell packaging, yeah, go ahead. And you see these are also numbered as well, so they do make a lot of these. That's the model number 253. So really cool. Nice little brand requisition right there. I like the Corvette yellow. And then here's the number 4. Really cool, guys. Definitely nice little diecast render right there, but really good quality on the freaking packaging too, guys. I think they did really good job with that. And there's the brand new GM logo, which I know the boomers aren't too happy about. Like, oh, the GM logo looks weird. But it's called modernization, my friends. But let's get on to the most popular Corvette right here, and this is the classic yellow Corvette that I think everybody in their own mother freaking knows. Oh my lord, guys! I mean, when you think of like sports car racing, this is definitely the one all us Americans go crazy over. But I will say, I mean, I will say though, I mean, I have experienced only two generations of the Corvette. I've been going to the 6 hours at Watkins Glen every year since 2016, and I have witnessed the C7Rs, but I finally got to witness the C8Rs last year, and then this year with the Rolex 24. And let me just say, man, they definitely sound like a Ferrari, let's just say that, but they definitely still have the looks of a badass Corvette, and no exceptions right here. Really cool. We do got some very nice detail with the freaking windshield. I think it looks like you got I thought there was a wiper right there, but look at this, man. Just really, really good detail, guys, and barely any quality issues you can see right there. You can see there's actually plastic right there that represents, the actual headlights. Yeah, IMSA actually has headlights, guys. These are actually the real deals. But, I mean, just look at this detail, man. I mean, I'm sorry, my macro mode is probably not in the most, it could probably get some nice details as long as I don't move too much, but just that is really cool, guys. And the colors on this thing look very, very accurate in terms of the color accuracy. But now getting on, here's the names right here of the drivers: Antonio Garcia, Jordan Taylor, what a goat, and Nikki Katzberg. But this is supposed to be based off, as you can see right there with the Rolex 24 logo, this is supposed to be based off of the 2020 Rolex 24, which, the Corvettes, I think they didn't want in that class. It was the first start they had, but at the end of the season, guys, they were able to go and win, the manufacturers and drivers championship. So I think that was like the second time Corvette actually won a championship with a brand new car. So that's really cool, man. That is really nice. I mean, I know a little bit about my history of IMSA, but if you guys want to know more about IMSA, definitely my good buds David Land and Racing 2011 know a lot more about it than I do. I mean, I have watched it for many years, but IMSA is just one of those sports that really just takes itself very seriously in the racing aspect. I mean, the endurance racing is different, guys. I mean, it's very different to what, many people are used to with NASCAR. And I think what, NBC is doing and getting a lot of the NASCAR fans into the sport, I think it really has helped out, guys, because from what I've heard, I mean, when I went to my first Rolex 24, there was a lot more. The crowds have been getting bigger and bigger for the Rolex 24. Let's just say that. So I think it's definitely going in the right direction. But the decal quality on this, as I just wanted to talk about that. But I mean, for anybody who's new to my channel, this is basically how I talk about my reviews. I usually give my little analysis on the diecast, and then I mix in some stories and anything else I got to say because, yeah, I'm not a robot when it comes to doing these reviews. I could point out, any other sponsor like, oh, there's Mobile One, there's Sirius XM, but we don't do that. We don't do that in my diecast reviews because I do expect a lot more new viewers watching this because, there are some hardcore IMSA fans, so I hope you guys are enjoying this content. But yeah, I mean, I really am loving the decal quality of this. Even though, I mean, this car is technically kind of outdated now because you guys know the GTLM class is no longer a thing anymore. They went with GTD Pro, which I must say, the Corvettes don't really sound as good as they did. I mean, they definitely butchered them in terms of like, because they had to meet the right specs, I think, to make it considered a GTD Pro car. But yeah, and the Corvettes, of course, didn't really had a good season to start off for 2022 compared to what they had in 2021 and such. But yeah, I mean, let me just say, man, that I will say they've done a really good job. But if we want to go in terms of like, accuracy, I think they did a really good job, man. I mean, I cannot really say any kind of complaints on this. Even the tires look nice. I mean, just my lord. And the red accents, the red mirrors, the red wing. I mean, well, yeah, I didn't show that much about the diffuser, but look at that diffuser, man, and the exhaust, and there's even taillights in the back, guys. I mean, this is the real deal. Now you guys probably wonder, okay, how much are these things actually? Well, actually, I would say don't get them at the IMSA tent because I think I spent $20 on the new Corvettes that just came out, the ones that are supposed to be the 12 hours of Sebring liveries, which, I'm not the biggest fan of those, but, depending on how this double diecast review does, I'll probably do a sequel to that because, us Americans, we love our Corvettes, and this one is so iconic, and it's so cool that they still have, all these longtime sponsors that have been with them, like Sirius XM. My God, it even goes back to the American Le Mans days, guys. I mean, my Lord. But I love the rear diffuser in the back. That's probably something we're going to be, a lot of us NASCAR fans are going to get used to now because, we have diffusers now in the rear. About time, but really awesome detail, man. I mean, my Lord. I mean, you could probably... I don't want to say this is a diecast, but it is more durable for a diecast, but it is like a hybrid of a model and a diecast, man. I mean, my lord, it's the best of both worlds. Just be careful if you guys do this, do make these with stop motions. Those rear wings are the only thing that I am kind of worried about. But I think TSM has done a really great job. But now let's get on to the number 4 Corvette, which, I will say when they first announced this paint scheme, I was not really a big fan of it. I was like, oh, it's not yellow like, how the C7R car was. But this one has really grown on to me, guys. The gray and the yellow kind of work. And I don't know, it has grown on to me throughout these last few years. Yes, I am a Corvette fan. Corvettes are kind of probably the reason why I got into IMSA, because, they're so iconic. As much as I love my Acuras, but my lord, guys, especially the Acura DPIs. But let me tell you what, man, another great model we got right here. I'll probably do the side-by-side comparison, but I just want to showcase because there are some people that wanted to see specifically the 3 car and specifically the 4 car, so both of them are getting their screen times on this, but pretty much similar in terms of like how they represented this car. Of course, there's some differences in the paint and the decals and such. And let's get it. Oh, there's a little Michelin Man right there. But look at that, guys. Even like, look at this, man. Even that part right there is metal. Where the freaking, those little fins stick out right there for aerodynamics. That's even metal. That is pretty damn amazing right there. And then we get a little highlights. And there's the other drivers right there. We got Oliver Gavin, Tommy Miller, and Marcel Fassler. I believe I pronounced those names right. God forbid my good friend Race 2011 is going to criticize me, be like, you pronounced them wrong, you dipshit. But story of my life. But this is yet another great diecast, guys. Look at this. You got the fuel cell in the back right there. Just, my God, I just can't get enough how detailed these things are, man. But you can get them at eBay, and also my good friends Gutswear has them as well. Definitely a great place to check out. For IndyCar and IMSA stuff, they have an eBay page as well. And they do have a good deal with combined shipping. But look at this, guys. Even like down, look at this detail, man. Look at the paint quality. Just, it's so refreshing to see actual, diecast companies actually make good stuff and good products. I mean, it is so refreshing. Boy, I would love to have detail like this, on freaking NASCARs. But, we can't have nice things, Brian. We just can't. But this is just probably the main reason. I mean, if you guys are just starting to get into IMSA, these are definitely the 2 I would definitely must get, because only 3,600 of these are going to be made, and 3,600 might not seem like, it might seem like a lot, but let me tell you what, man, they are definitely going to dry up. Let's just say that. I mean, I do feel like they might make more, but it does say limited edition. When it says limited edition, it definitely means limited edition. I mean, these things are going to dry up eventually down the road. I mean, unless they make it the 2021. I got a feeling they're probably going to make the 2021 and the 2022 cars. I mean, they already did make the 2021 Sebring cars, which I will be doing a review on. But now time to do the side-by-side comparison photos of this, because, it is a double diecast review, because, we got to have double the trouble and double the fun with these reviews. So here's the side-by-side comparison for y'all. But yeah, comment below, guys, which one do you guys prefer, as yeah, I just really like these guys. I mean, I could get into the stats about all these cars, but to be honest with you guys, I did just saying that they were, they won the championship, and the drivers and manufacturers championship just shows you just how dominant they were in their first year of 2020. 2021, I don't think they were able to get it done. It was kind of an off year for these guys, but who knows? I mean, I could be wrong, but we will see, man. I mean, I'm a little concerned how these Corvettes are going to perform in 2022 with, the downgrade they've had going to GTD Pro. But we'll see. I mean, Corvette always finds a way to get into victory lane, and, as, look at this, we had just had ourselves a blowover right there. Oh, goodness gracious, did you broke anything? I hope not. But, yeah, that's just, I guess that's the bad thing about wearing gloves, because, a lot of things stick out on these things. Oh, goodness gracious, Brian, you just made a sexual joke. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this nice double diecast review. I kind of wish it was a little more detailed, but, heck, if you guys enjoyed this IMSA review, let me know, because I will be making more of these, and hope I've provided you guys as much as entertainment and good analysis as I can, as this is going to wrap up the double diecast review, as the camera doesn't want to focus right there on this set of diecasts that we got from TSM Models, Mini GTs, Corvette Racing's C8Rs. So really cool, and yeah, I mean, my lord, TSM, fantastic job on the quality. But this is going to wrap it up, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been OBB. See you guys next time on another diecast review.